I didn't put that statistic up there because it's still top 3 reasons you said you visit. No surprise here. Register journal release books, read the forums, and then make entries in the books that you released. 70% have been members. Okay, there you go. Why is that a good place? Oh, that's why Margaret text messaged me and said that she didn't proof this ahead of time. That's why she did that. Thank you, Margaret, for giving me the heads up on that. Top sites you visit. This is also no great surprise. Cliff Switch List, Rayback.com, LiveJournal, newsgroups. One of the things that I've been talking to a lot of the members about and Skyping and whatnot is, people come to BookCrossing and you do stay there again a lot, but then you also sort of bounce out to other areas. And I think largely, historically, that's been because a lot of those services and features have not been products and services that we have provided at BookCrossing. So part of what we want to do is listen intently as to whether you're fine going to Cliff's or to LiveJournal or whatnot, or would you like those services brought into the BookCrossing fold? And there's ways that we can bring LiveJournal capability, and I'm not talking about redoing it, I'm talking about actually bringing LiveJournal into either my bookshelf space or other areas of the site or Rayback or other things. So if that's a yay, fantastic. We can't wait to do that. If it's a nay, and we have members of LiveJournal here that are part of the founding team, we'll work with you so that we can build that capability in, because that is something that I've been getting a lot of PMs on lately, is I don't want to have to go here, but you don't give me any other choice. So we can build that into that functionality, and that's part of what the master of programming over here is working on. 45% of the courses have personal websites or blog, 50% updated daily or weekly. As I mentioned, Skyring, a little bit more so. A little bit more frequently. You'll allow me the liberties. Next slide. 55% of BookCrossers purchase items from bookstore. Feedback, what you'd like to see, localized product. So, Portugal, hello Portugal, very vocal in getting localized versions of our store. I mean, the hats, the shirts, the everything. Same thing with Germany and whatnot. So we are working on that. That's something that's very important to us as a global community. We need to be able to respond. We have capabilities today that support delivery around the world. 65% of our product shipped from the store is international. So we need to be cognizant of that, and we need to react to that. Lower cost of shipping and faster delivery. How many people think they pay too much when we ship? Right. We're also solving that. So part of what we're doing behind the scenes, is evaluating. I looked over at Heather because I was like, should I say this or not? Yes. So because 65% of our packages are shipped internationally, we are looking at alternative distribution center hubs in Europe. We're looking at Ireland and we're looking at England, so that the cost of shipping and getting that product internationally is much lower than what it's at today. Don't quote me on a time, but we are looking at that. That was a 5-second clap, Matt. We better put that on the higher. Again, 65% of the members are buying 2 to 4 times a year from the store. 76% would support or relevant ads on the site, and 55% would pay for enhanced membership. Now, before anybody all of a sudden starts logging onto the blog series and saying, oh my God, we're going to a paid site, that is not the case. The core part of BookCrossing and what we're doing today will always remain free. Part of what we're trying to figure out, as the feedback came from you in the survey, is do you want additional enhanced services? And we got a list, probably 50 individual items long on things that you would want to see as an enhanced service. So we're literally culling through that information now. We're meeting with a lot of the support staff. I've gotten a lot of feedback individually from individuals on what they would like to see. So we're going to be putting it together. I'll tell you, it's lots of feedback. Lots of feedback. I will tell you, I will just give you a preview of sort of what a paid service would look like. And this is really just supporting really what you're doing as part of BookCrossers today. So most of you are buying 65%, 2 to 4 times a year from the store. For newbies coming in, again, because it's complicated for them to get started, part of what we're thinking about is putting together sort of the starter kit, like 10 labels, 10 stickies, 10 book templates, order the starter kit immediately when you sign up so that you can kind of get started, just to get going. Then, on an ongoing basis, call it the maintenance kit. You know, if you read 5 books a month and you want to release 5 books a month, have it, you know, click on here and you'll get that just delivered to your house every month, or every 2 months, or every 3 months. Is that right? So that's just something that people are normally doing today in the store, and they're doing it sort of ad hoc as they want. You can continue to do that. For newbies, we're going to see if they want to just get on kind of a monthly rotation program. So that's just some of the things that we're thinking about. Next slide. You also belong to, as I said, a lot of social networking sites: MySpace, Flickr, Meetup, LiveJournal. This is I know it's hard to see this. I apologize. I'm going to actually send this out so that people, and this is going to be online, so that you can kind of look at it. But it is amazing to me how many additional online social networking sites that people belong to. And again, part of what we're trying to do is rope those into the BookCrossing fold so that you don't have to go elsewhere. Next slide. 65% of the book crossers, and this is again from the survey, have made virtual close friends. I would argue from the sound of this group, it's a lot higher than that. 50% of the individuals meet in person, 60% meet monthly gatherings, 35% said they were unaware of gatherings but would like to in the survey. So that's actually our fault for not promoting the monthly meetups, the gatherings, and we need to do a better job of promoting that for the newbies and for people that have joined but that just are unfamiliar with getting together offline. Top locations, book crossers. This is also probably not as a huge shock. Starbucks, all these breads, companies. Local pubs, I want to be respectful that a lot of our international book crossers literally are getting together in the local pub, the local eatery, that aren't huge national chains. But I am going to talk about some of the business relationships that we're trying to establish, like a Starbucks that is global, that is worldwide, like a Panera Breads and others, so that we can now formalize those relationships to then get you guys some additional product and features. Borders, Barnes & Nobles, Marriott, Hilton, Friends Homes, you get it. Next slide. So 76% of the book crossers meet for over 2 hours at the gatherings, 53% spend $10. Almost a third of the people that go to these spend a lot of money at these locations. And again, as consumers, these brick and mortar establishments love you. Even if they haven't told you, they love you, because the average dollar amount, and I know this because we're talking to them, that a Starbucks customer spends is $3.52. So you are a very highly sought after demographic for a Starbucks or for any of these institutions. 31% of you have indirectly created local OBCZs. We have all those YouTube videos that you may or may not have seen on the site. If you click on them, you will see down in Santa Monica, in Los Angeles, where they did the ABC News article, in Germany, in Italy, people that are getting together and creating these official book crossing zones because they get to know the local general managers and store owners. And that's important to us because you're establishing that community now with those large companies that are now going to start providing back to BookCrossing and our community. Okay, next slide. Again, I realize this is very difficult to read in the back. This is the features feedback that people added in, and then there's another section where you just could write in all the features that you wanted. Trust me when I tell you, I have gone through every single one of them. And I've also spent quite a bit of time going through some here with individuals one-on-one. And after we call all of this down, we will take the sort of high priority list and we're just going to start knocking those down. And hopefully last night in the meeting, in the hour meeting that I had with one of the members, a lot of the items I know were communicated through all of you as well. Or there was a large percentage of the features and functionality that we're going to be adding back in that has already come from you. We got a huge list, or we're about to get a huge list from Steve from the UK group and prioritize those as well. Next. I'm going to turn it over to our star lead engineer programmer, Matt Brass, who has done a Herculean effort with very little additional resource in improving the site performance